At number 10 today comes in Shane Bieber. Now this guy is absolutely shoved, and I mean absolutely shoved. Like, he is just popped off out of really nowhere, and he is so cheap right now. You can get him for 15,856 stubs. Just got to put in a buy order for him, and guys, he's good. His pitch mix is pretty insane. He's got the cutter, he's got the slider, he's got a fastball that's 95, but his per nines are really good, which is what makes this card so amazing. He's got the 92 hits per nine, the 118 Ks per nine. He's got an 82 home runs per nine, which isn't quite amazing, but guys, this guy will pitch really good for you. He has pretty good speed differentials. He's got a 95-mile-an-hour fastball and a cutter. His changeup, it goes a different way, but it is also pretty close to his knuckle curve, which I don't really like personally. But guys, for a budget beast guy who could be your 5th starter, this is your guy, and he's at the 10th spot today. At number 9 today, we have someone who I think is just a better pitcher overall, and he is a lower overall, but this guy absolutely shoves. It is absolutely the GOAT, and the GOAT is Johnny Cueto. So Johnny Cueto, whenever you look at his per nines, it's just like, you're like, oh, he's not really that good. But here's the thing about Johnny Cueto. He's got the sinker-cutter combo. The sinker-cutter combo is just really lethal. I mean, in my opinion, it's a must-have. You can have something that goes one way and then goes the other way, and they look really like the similar pitch, so they're just so unhittable. The thing about Johnny Cueto is that he just pitches weird. His windup, his everything, his timing. He's a lot like Stroman, and this prime card I just think is really good. I faced him in ranked seasons and only gotten like 1 run against him. Sometimes this guy just absolutely shoves. His pitch speed differentials are what makes him really good. He's got a changeup at 83 and a slider at 87, and his fastball is can hit about 98. His sinker hits about 97, and guys, he's just a good budget beast. I mean, you can pick up this card for 11,000 stubs in the marketplace. This could be your 5th starter, your 4th starter, and I think he's just better than Shane Bieber in pretty much every category, and that's why he's at the number 9 spot today. At number 8 today, we have someone that I have really just fallen in love with. This is a guy that you grinded in events, and honestly, guys, he's kind of fell off in price, and that's why he used to be about 60K, but this guy is just really slept on. He's really good, and this is why I'm putting him right here. It ends up being Nick Madrigal. So, not this Nick Madrigal. It ends up being Nick Madrigal. So guys, this card is 17,000 stubs, and he's really in the marketplace for a while. This guy is an absolute beast. He just plays a lockdown second base with 92 fielding. He's a lot like Sandberg, but the thing about this guy is he is so much faster. Where he lacks in power, he has 98 speed, 92 steal. You guys can put this guy in your leadoff, and he can get pretty well for you. I don't really think I've used him. That's why I don't really have stats with him, but he's a really good card. I would recommend getting him if you're balling on a budget. For only 18K, guys, I mean, you can pick him up for as low as 14K right now. He is an absolute banger that you guys should get as fast as you can to play second base. At number 6 today, we have Tim Salmon. Now, this guy is someone that I recently got on my radar. I honestly didn't know who he was until I just started looking at this guy's stats, and they are absolutely cracked. He played right field for the Angels, and this guy just absolutely destroys pitching. He is an absolute bat in your lineup. He's got maxed out pretty much. He's got above 100 stats on all of his hitting stats. He hits absolute tanks with 104 and 101 power. You know that if he gets a hold of baseball, it's going. And he's just a really good card, guys. I mean, if you look at the vision, it's 86, which competes with some of the best cards in the game right now. He's an absolute bat. You know, he might only have 65 fielding, but he's got a 78 arm, and you can stick him in a corner in the outfield. He might get decent animations, but nothing too crazy. He is a bat in your lineup, and that's why he's coming in at the number 7 spot today. At number 6 today, we have Paul Konerko. Now, Paul Konerko is an absolute sleeper. This is a card that a lot of people forget about and a lot of people overlook just because they don't really see anything, but this guy rakes. He absolutely rakes. He's got insane splits, 96, 95 against righties, and 107, 106 against lefties. He's got 100 vision. This guy absolutely tears baseball apart, and that's just why I really like his card, is because he is really good swing. He has an amazing swing. His swing is really, really good, and I just really love it. I got him in BR recently and absolutely raked with him. He was a really good card. I just really love him, and that's why he's coming in at the number 6 spot today. Alright guys, now we get into the high tier cards, top 5 cards. These are cards that can be in literally anyone's lineup. I don't care if you're a budget beast, if you're a top player. These guys are cheap cards, but these cards are absolutely elite, and that's why they are in the top 5 today. At number 5 today, we end up having a Matt Williams. Now, Matt Williams some people don't like his swing, but I love it, and I think that he's just really, really good. He's got really good power against lefties. He's got 109 power against lefties. But the thing about this card is he is good both ways. He's got gold defense at third base. He's got 82 reaction. He's got an 84 fielding with an 80 arm. That is going to lock down third base for you. Usually you don't have an absolutely amazing fielder at third base, but this guy can absolutely hit the crap of the baseball. I love his swing. 121, 109 with 100 vision, guys. I mean, he cranks lefties. He's not that bad against righties where he meets the benchmark. He has 88 power, which meets the benchmark against that, and just makes him pretty good. And that's why he's coming in at the number 5 spot today, as he is one of the most elite budget beasts in the business. At number 4 today, this is where we get to one of my favorite pitchers in the game, and this is Zack Greinke. See, Zack Greinke has been through a lot, guys. On my rotation, he really has struggled a little bit, but I just love this card so much. He can hit a little bit too, as he's got 41 contacts, 20-ish power, and he's a great card. I mean, guys, this guy's just really gone all over the board for me. He had some pretty rough starts, 19 innings pitched with a 5.6 ERA, but I think that this guy can absolutely shove for you guys, as once I started figuring out how to pitch with him, I ended up pitching with him a little bit better. This guy's pitch differentials are so amazing. That's what makes this card so good, is his pitch differentials. I mean, he's got a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, but he's got a 72-mile-an-hour curveball. You can just spam that curveball, and you'll get so many swing and misses, especially at lower levels. Those guys that chase pitches in the dirt, you'll definitely catch slacking on just poor discipline, because this card will really make you think that some balls are actually strikes and some strikes are actually balls. So that's why he's really good, and that's why I really like Zack Greinke. For 21K, I think he's definitely a really good pickup right now. I don't really think that he'll go down in price, and you can pick him up for as low as 18K, and that's why I think he's really solid and comes in at the 4 spot today. At the number 3 spot today, we have a pitcher that I think everybody has in their rotation right now, or in their bullpen right now, and this is just a guy you have to have. As we're coming on these top 3 picks, these guys are absolutely elite cards that you must have in your lineup, I think. These guys are absolutely amazing, and this card is literally insane. Eric Gagne. Now, guys, this card is disgusting. I mean, guys, his pitch differential, he throws 100. And he's got a curveball at 71. He's got that really weird windup. And guys, this is the exact same card that we got last year in MLB The Show 19 that was 500K. But the thing is this year, with him being in a low tier round, he's very obtainable, and that's why I absolutely love him, and he is a must-have for your bullpen. He can be your closer. He can be your number 1 guy out of the pen. This guy absolutely shoves. He's thrown 5 innings for me, and he hasn't given up a run. This guy is just insane so far, and that's why you guys really need to get him in your lineup, and he's coming in at the number 3 spot. Today, we have an insane catcher, guys. This guy absolutely hits tanks, and he's someone that's really came out recently, and he's really, really good. As we get to the better end of catchers, we end up going to Jorge Posada. This catcher is arguably the best catcher in the game right now. I mean, look at this guy's splits. He's got 97, 91 power. He's got almost 100 contact on both sides with 84 vision. He's a gold defender, and he absolutely rakes. He's a switch hitter, which makes him so much more valuable. Guys, this is arguably the best catcher in the game, and he's coming in at the number 2 spot because this guy absolutely shreds baseballs. He's an offensive catcher that you know can absolutely go gap to gap. Someone that you can put in your 7-hole, 6-hole, and he can really just take it off for you guys. And he's a really good buy right now, as you can get him for as low as 20K. I just can't really beat that price, and he is a really good card for the Stubs. At number 1 today, what you guys have all been waiting for, we have Kenny Lofton. Now, you guys might be like, Kenny Lofton, why are you picking Kenny Lofton at number 1 spot? This guy was a glitch last year. For me, he hit absolute tanks, and he was just absolute gap to gap. I compare him a lot to a budget Tony Gwynn, and this isn't the Tony Gwynn in this game that's not very good, but the Tony Gwynn in last game, who is absolutely meta. This was a very big replacement, and what makes him so good is he is good in every part of the game. Kenny Lofton is a 5-tool player, and there's no doubt. He's got 98, 99 speed. This guy is a leadoff machine that you aren't going to necessarily have him being the best hitter in your lineup, but he's going to be a leadoff guy. He's going to get on base. He's got 115, 105 contact with 107 vision, 70 and 60 power. He'll hit tanks, guys. He's going to hit tanks. He can drag by. It's so bad, honestly. But if you're going to do it, Kenny Lofton is your guy. Don't say it came from me, but man, he can do it really, really, really well. And so that's why he's coming at the number 1 spot. Is he's just good everywhere. I mean, you just look at this card, and it's an instant absolute chub. This card is good absolutely everywhere. He absolutely just tears baseballs, and he can play in the field, he can run gap to gap, and he can lock it down in center. The only problem with putting him in center is he has a noodle arm, but at 70 arm strength, it'll get the job done. And if you put him in a corner, he's got 90 fielding, and he's just absolutely insane. You can pick up this card for less than 20K, and that is absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy that you can pull him for under 20K. And guys, that's going to wrap it up for the Budget Beast video.